Hi, this is Yash Bandla. I'm the product manager for Smart Leasing Tablet, and I work off of from the San Francisco office. We have a fairly large team, and we've been trying to come up with as many new versions as possible. It's a fairly new product, has been around for a year or so, and in terms of RealPage, it's fairly a young product. And you may hear from me as much quite often, and we almost have a release cycles on a monthly basis. And every alternate revision of the app is a bigger app, and and some of the versions are smaller. So for the first time, we have a smaller update for the app, and the latest version in the app that's available on iTunes right now is the version 1.9.2. It was released as of this month, about a week ago. So I quickly jump into the primary targets of this app. So as usual, nothing has changed much in terms of who it can be served to. It's still conventional only. There are some caveats where student properties are implemented as conventional. Those are the ones which we can implement Smart Leasing Tablet as well. So few enhancements that we introduced with this version. The first one is the interactive site plan. This feature was introduced a version earlier, but what we did with this version, with the new release, is that we improved the UI and certain features within that major product itself. It's an add-on product that we can purchase. Guest cards with lookup values from one side. So this helps the guest card lookup values being powered by one side, customized values. Building numbers. So what we also show the building numbers for each associated unit in the availability tab, and finally the AirPrint. So it helps the property managers to print a quote as they are talking to the prospect. So I'll quickly go into each feature in detail. So the new improved interactive site plan, what is that? So interactive site plan is a new product and which is sold in conjunction with the tablet or websites. Interactive site plan basically helps a user tap through a building and find a floor plate and then further drill down to a unit that fits their need. So what we did is we added additional features like filters, which helps the user find exact count of units that match their need, and then drill down and start tap and highlight those floors or the buildings which is the ones they should be looking at based on just their criteria. This also, in this new design, what we also did is make it much more closer, more in parity with our rest of the app look and feel. And one thing that we should always note is that in terms of hardware, this feature works only on the iPads that are 10 inches and above. So the minis have some stability issues, and that's why we do not recommend our customers to get an iPad mini and try to use this feature. I'll come back to the demo of this feature. All these features in the same time. So I'll go through this enhancements at the same time too. So guest card lookup, basically, like I was mentioning, the fields that the guest card manager has fields called pets and budget, and now we allow the customized values that has been set in one side to be looked up in the tablet as well. So instead of just saying dog, cat, and none, now we actually allow the users to customize what they want to see from one side, and we just honor those values. Same thing applies to the budget as well. The budgets could be reflecting the floor plan level price limits as well. So that way it's easy for a customer to go in a budget limits versus just a static number. Now we also show the building number against each unit. So this helps in identifying each unit individually. In some cases, what was also happening that some properties were reusing the unit number on each building, so it was getting a little difficult to identify when you see a unit, where does it belong. So what we did is we kind of followed the same nomenclature of one side where it shows a unit number followed by a dash and then the building number, and it's doing the same over here as well. AirPrint is a advanced way of actually being able to print wirelessly. So with tablet, if some customer does not have a computer and just wants to do a business off of tablet only, now they do have a way to help basically go through the whole process of creating a code, and finally they have an option to either email it or print it. The print option was also provided in case the intended prospect does not have an email address. And for understanding more in detail about AirPrint, I would highly recommend to Google that AirPrint itself, and Apple's support page has a lot of information about that. One thing to note is not all printers are AirPrint loaded, so it's a special technology that needs to be supported by the printers itself. But if already present, most of the latest printers have that as an inbuilt feature. And if it's already present, then you can start printing right off the tablet itself. So I'll quickly jump into the demo of the app itself. That way we can go in detail with each feature I wanted to talk about. So like I was mentioning earlier, the building numbers are available within the availability tab now. As you can see, it shows up over here. If you go to the show all screen, it shows up over there as well. And now I'll quickly jump over to the part where we can talk about the AirPrint as well. So I'll quickly look up for a guest card with my own name. So like I was mentioning, now we do allow the price ranges to come from one site itself. In this case, this property happened to have only one price range, but this could be reflecting the multiple floor plan price ranges that are available, and the pets and their weight preferences also. So as you select that, and you can quote on that, and then you can just select a price that works for that prospect, save the quote, go back to the guest card manager, and now you can see instead of being able to just send that quote, now you have an ability to either email or print. Print option shows up and actually lists all the printers that are AirPlay enabled. Now I'll quickly jump over to another property to talk more in detail about the interactive site plan. So as you can see, I actually logged into one of our actual clients called London Hill. While we are still setting up our own internal demo accounts, this is the one we are using for now so that we can talk more about that. So this new UI has a much cleaner look and feel now. You have multiple options. You can either zoom in or zoom out using the pinch in or pinch out. Or if somebody has issues actually just selecting a particular floor, you may select the floor by picking one of these options. And the filters option actually allows you to select in various details, like let's say you can select the month and year of the move-in date, room preferences, budget, and once you apply all these filters, what it does is gives you a whole list of all the filtering criteria you have applied and how many results were found based on that selection. And now you can see, based on that filtering criteria, all the floors that were matching has been highlighted. So let's say I select one of the floors. Now I have all the floor plate that shows that units that are available versus occupied. I could select a unit, and once I select the unit, I have the rent, deposit, application fee, move-in date, and lease terms. And it took me less than 2 minutes to go from search to quote. and you can just save the code as soon as you select that unit. So this is these are all the features that I wanted to talk about today. I can open up for questions and go more in detail as we talk.